Very good evening, friends. Welcome back to our channel. Yesterday we have started class 11 commerce accounting, and in previous class what we have learned the meaning of accounting. And in 1941 the American Institute of Certified Public Accounts had defined accounting as an art of recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money transactions, even which are in part at least of financial character, or interpreting the result thereof. So this we have learned, and thereafter we have learned, after this information we have four important points, and they were economic events, identification, measurement, recording, communication, organization, interested users of information. This already we have discussed about the previous class. Today we will start a further portion of this chapter. So in this video we will discuss about the history and the development of accounting. What is the history of accounting, how it will developed. So in this video we will discuss about these things. So be with us and enjoy the video. Let's get started. History and development of accounting. Everything has one history, so accounting also has one history. So in this we will discuss about these things. Accounting enjoys a remarkable heritage. The history of accounting is as old as civilization. We already have learned so many civilization. So if you are talking about civilization, they have history. So accounting also is as old as like a civilization. The seeds of accounting were mostly likely sown in first Babylonia and Egypt around 4000 BC, who recorded transaction of payment of wages and taxes on clay tablets. What we have seen, first sown, the seeds of accounting were mostly first sown by Babylonians and Egyptians. What they have done, they have recorded transaction of payment of wages and taxes on clay tablets. Historical evidences reveal that Egyptians used some form of accounting, so their treasuries where gold and other valuable were kept. So in this way we can say Egyptian also had started accounting. In charge of treasuries had to send day-wise report to their supervisors known as wazirs, the prime minister, and from their month-wise report was sent to kings. So they have particular systematic things they have to follow. Babylonia, known as the city of commerce, we can say Babylonia is the city of commerce, used accounting for business to uncover losses taking places due to fraud and lack of efficiency. In Greece, accounting was used for apportioning the revenues received among treasuries, maintaining total receipts, total payments, and balance of government financial transactions. So the Greece also use these terms, how to handle profit, how to handle these receipts and payments, and all things they were maintained. Romans used memorandum or a day book, wherein receipts and payment were recorded and wherefrom they were posted to ledgers on monthly basis. So in this way we can see that Romans also used memorandum or day book, where in receipt and payment were recorded in 700 BC to 4000 AD. Now we will move on. China. China used sophisticated form of government accounting as early as 2000 BC. Accounting practices in India could be traced back to a period when 23 centuries ago. Kautilya, everyone knows Kautilya. Who is Kautilya? He is a minister of Chandragupta's kingdom, wrote a book named Arthashastra, which also described how accounting record had to be maintained. So in this book also we can get a reference that in that time also accounting were used. Now, Luca Spacioli, very very important name. Luca Spacioli, Franciscan Firaya, Merchant Class Book, Sumanda de Arithmetica, Geometria and Proportion on Proportionality, Revenue of Arithmetic and Geometric proportions in Venice in 1494. He is from Venice, and in 1494 he is considered as the first book on double entry bookkeeping. What he has introduced double entry bookkeeping. He was from Venice, 1494. He introduced double entry book system. His name was Luca Spacioli. A portion of this book contains knowledge of business and bookkeeping. However, Spacioli didn't claim that he was the inventor of double entry bookkeeping, but spread the knowledge of it. He didn't say any time that he was the inventor of double entry bookkeeping. He just spreading knowledge of this business and bookkeeping, that he probably relied on then current bookkeeping manuals as a basis for his masterpiece. In his book, he used the present day popular terms of accounting like debit and credit. These were the concept used in Italian terminology. Debit comes from an Italian debito, which comes from the Latin debita, and debio, which means owed to the proprietor. Credit comes from the Italian credito, which comes from the Latin credo, which means trust or beliefs in the proprietor or owned by the proprietor. In explaining double entry system, Spacioli wrote that all entries have to be double entries. That is, if you make one creditor, you must make some debtor. He also stated that merchants' responsibility include to give glory to God in their enterprises, to be ethical in all business activities, and to earn a profit. He discussed the details of memorandum, journal ledger, and specialized accounting procedures. What he has said, when you are making an entry, all entry have to be double entry. So if you are making one debtor, so you have to make one creditor also, so your account will be balanced. Okay, so in this way we have seen that accounting has a vast history and how it has changed now. So now move to the further. After learning definition, what we have learned, 4 points we have learned. The first point was economic events. So now we will discuss about what is economic events. What do you mean by economic events? So business organization involves economic events. An economic event is known as a happening of consequences to a business organization which consist of transactions and which are measurable in monetary terms. For example, purchase of machinery, installing, keeping it ready for manufacturing is an event which comprises number of financial transactions such as buying a machine, transportation of machines, site preparation for installation of a machine, expenditure incurred on its installation, and trial runs. Thus, accounting identifies bunch of transactions relating to an economic event. If an event involves transaction between an outsider and an organization, these are known as external events. The following are the example of such transaction. The first is sale of merchandise to the customers, rendering services to the customers, purchase of material from the suppliers, payment of monthly rent to the landlord. And what about the internal event? Is an economic event that occurs entirely between the internal wings of an enterprise, like supply of raw material or components by the stores department to the manufacturing department, payment of wages to the employees. These are. So what we have learned in this paragraph, what does mean this economic events? We have learned that economic events means something happening of consequences to a business organization which consists of transaction and which are measurable in monetary terms. For example, purchase of machinery. We have purchased a machinery, so we have spent money on it, so we can record this transaction in accounting books. And suppose we have labor, we paid wages, so we can also maintain this record in accounting books. So this is called economic events, which is measurable in monetary terms. And we have internal or external users also. Internal users means we have learned now we are supplying raw material to others, to our store department, the payment of wages, so we are doing these internal things. External users, external sell out, we are selling something to the customers, and we are paying monthly rent to the landlord. So these people are called outsiders, or these are external events. So in this way we can say these all are external events. So we have learned today the history of accounting, and Lucas Pacioli was the first person who invented this double entry bookkeeping system. And also we have learned today economic events. Economic events are even those can be measured in monetary terms. So today only we have done this, and further class will be continued tomorrow. So just prepare it, learn it, and take care. Bye.